up, guys? Just headed out of work. And we got some serious snow last night. I covered the overnights. I apologize for the windshield wipers making so much noise. Believe it or not, they're pretty new. They're like a month old. Already making some noise. It's because it's a dry snow. Breaking trail. Now it seems like it's turned too far that way. Yeah, I'll get it figured out. Alright, there you go. Alright. I wanted to stop and get some fuel on the way to work. That did not happen. We're gonna have to stop on the way home here and grab on some. That's alright. no headlights. What could go wrong? Oh, he's got a blinker though. Welcome to Maine. They just come off the interstate too. That's borderline to terrifying. How far did you drive with no headlights, my guy? These headlights are just covered in snow. I can't understand why I can't see anything. still transcends downhill pretty much after the track, so he won't have to worry about getting her going again. But it sucks that they still got to stop at dead tracks because no train runs through there at all anymore. The mill's been shut down for years and years. Well, actually, 2001, so 22 years now it's been shut down. So God, it doesn't even seem like that long time. Just cranks right by. Dad worked at the Brewer, Maine paper mill there. Eastern Fine Paper was the name of it. They shut down for good, no one. That was hard on him. He only had a couple more years to go to get his full pension. Never saw it. To have, and only I think it was 2 years. It was either 2 or 3 years left to go to hit whatever age to be able to retire there. Too bad, really. And then right after he got done at the mill, the COPD got him. We lived till 2014, but. Definition of live. He was alive, but you can't really do much when you got that stuff. You can't breathe. Not a good time. Alright, we gotta put a little petrol in this thing. It's a long, slow ride home. So I'll be right back, guys. What's up, guys? I just got some fuel. Now, let's keep it rolling, you know. I forgot I had this cool, like, director's view camera thing, so oops, that. You can see my expression when we crash into a snowbank, you know. That's important. It's not bad up here by the store. We surely have a lot of back roads to hit yet. Boy, I just don't even want to go across the street. So, here we go. See, I need my truck for this adventure here we're on. High beamage. Here we go. I don't think the camera picks up the road quite as good in this setting, but you can still see it pretty good, I think. It looks more realistic about how I see it. But if anyone's up in the Northeast, please be careful if you're out and about today. It is absolutely slick. Tried the Mountain Dew Spark. You probably can't even see it. Maybe back here. But there you go. There's some lightage hitting it. It is good. I have a weak spot for these things. I tell you what, after working all night, grabbing a cold one of these at the store, like $10 of fuel in. It's so nice. I'm pretty grateful for this cold soda pop right now. I'll tell you that. know why they're so picky. Copyright stuff on YouTube, but you can go on TikTok and blast anything you want. Or I've never had any problem on TikTok at all. Crank up all kinds of stuff on there, and that's just fine. And other accounts, YouTube is super picky about the copyright stuff. I suppose it's because all your artists are on there. Maybe I do. Wow, look at that! Moses! Yeah, this side is not loud. Wow. Wow, this is deep. Like, deep, deep. Oh, look at Moses. Wow. Yeah, this road has not been touched yet. This is what I was worried about. The ride home. You can't even, it doesn't do it any justice. I'm looking at the film there, the video of the film. What are we in 1962? Alright. Looking at the videoage there, and it is not doing it justice. Of course, the windshield's starting to freeze up on me there, so that doesn't help a whole awful lot. See that when you get this wet, heavy snow, you also got to look out for trees, because as you can see, I'm sure on the sides of the road there, you can see a little bit the trees are really getting weighted down. And the ones that just aren't strong enough to take it anymore will let go during these kind of storms. That's just not good. It's getting hard to see because the windshield's just freezing up. The thermostat's just stuck wide open, which is good because the engine doesn't get above like 120 degrees. You should be running right around 200, 230, 260 even. Over there, it's a little hot. I just want it to be hotter. 180, I guess, is what it should run at. But it runs about 100 degrees. With the thermostat stuck open. So those of you that don't know what a thermostat truly does, thermostat shuts, allows the radiator fluid in that certain area to heat up, and then the thermostat will open and allow it to come in through your heater core. Oh, thank God this road's plowed. After that turn I was a little worried about. Yep, this is plowed. That's good. It's better than it was. That road, but there we go. But yeah, so once it opens up, it shoots the fluid into your heater core, which is usually right behind your glove box here. And then your vent pipes come off that, and that's how, boom, you got heat coming in through your vents and on your windshield, which is nice. When your thermostat is stuck open, it is just constantly flowing through it. So you get heat, you just don't get a lot of heat. So if you're just parked or driving 5 miles an hour or under, you'll have heat. Good heat, decent heat, not even good heat, but decent heat. Wow, traction control active. Trying to get up the hill here. But once you get above 20 miles an hour, the wind starts hitting your engine. I mean, I'm only doing 32 miles an hour as of this moment. And that's enough cold air at 27 degrees to bring the temp of the engine down to about 60 degrees. Ish. So therefore, but that doesn't mean you have 60 degree air coming through. That's what your engine temp is. By the time it gets back here, it's more like 40. Which is still above freezing, which keeps the windshield somewhat cleared off, but not even close to what kind of heat it needs to melt the falling snow, turning into ice on your window. Wow, it is just brutal out here. Somebody plowing a driveway there. You really want to watch out for those folks plowing driveways, because they will just back, as you can see, back right out in front of you there. Sit there? Yep. Nope. See? Probably don't even know I'm here. See, he just pushed the snow forward, yep, backing right up. I don't get it. You know, they don't look. So you got to watch out for them because they'll just back right out in front of you. They think that you're watching them and you're just going to magically be able to get out of the way. And that's not how it works. Driving a 6,500 pounds of steel that's only front wheel drive. So this hill right here that we're dropping down, I know you guys can't even tell it's a hill, but I assure you we are dropping down a hill right now. And on your right, over here, over there, right there, it drops down over a bank and goes down into a beaver dam. When I first got my license, I was 16, I had an old Mazda Protege. Anyway, I was headed to work. I worked at a horse farm up in Bangor, Pembroke Farms, for the Varney GMC. If you're from up here, you might know what that is. Anyhow, I was headed to work at the farm, and I had dropped down over the hill on this side, headed the other direction. I'm headed home now. But anyway, I dropped down over the hill, and I could see tracks through the snow that kind of went down in there, and I'm like, weird. And then I got looking, and then I could see just the top of a car kind of bobbing there. And I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't see anybody around, and I'm like, holy shit. It was a young couple, probably in their 20s, is my guess. But yeah, they had slid off the road and went right down into that beaver dam. So I went barreling down over the bank, and they were able to get out and got themselves onto the trunk of the car. And I helped them up on the embankment there and got them right in the car. And just cranked the heat up, And I actually put both of them right in the front seat, had the vents just blowing right on them to warm them up because they were cold coming out of that water. They absolutely had to swim a little bit to get up on the car there. So if I remember the young lady's hair just being drenched. So I know she went under at least once, trying to get up. So it's terrifying, is what I'm saying. So every time I go by that spot when it's storming out, I always remember that. I always worry. I was 16. I'd never even seen much, and grew up out here in the backwoods. I hadn't seen many accidents. I saw one bad accident when I was real young. Other than that, I guess not dealing with it solo. You're real young. You got your folks with you driving or whatever. But yeah, I was solo, headed to work. But anyway, yeah. Let them warm up in the car till help got there. But yeah, there were a few more people that stopped, and I had sent this one lady stopped. And there was no cell phones back then. Nobody had cell phones. Cell phones did come out, but the only ones that had cell phones around that time were like those bag phones. I don't know if anyone remembers the old bag phone that you could have in your car. You had to have stupid money to have one. I knew one person that had one, but I never used it. Or it was a friend of mine's parents that had it, so it wasn't something that we could holy Moses. We were just sliding a little bit here. All right, it's a badass corner. Nothing to it. That windshield's that's why you guys can't see good out of it. It's just freezing right up on me. I might have to stop and let the heat just kind of do its thing for a second and melt some of that off. Because it just doesn't get hot enough to melt it when you're driving. I think it's warm in here. It's not bad. When it's like -2 out, it is bad in here. It doesn't get warm enough to do a damn thing, but the windshield won't bother you then because it's not snowing like crazy. But this is where the road turns. I might stop right up here at the head of this road and I might shut these wipers down and get out and beat them off a little bit there. I'll pull down a little farther in case somebody goes to turn onto the road. I don't need to get schmucked. At least this will give them a minute to see me there. I'm headed downhill. That's what you want to do if you gotta pull over for anything and stop. You want to be facing downhill. Unless you got a four-wheel drive, that don't matter. The old big truck right now, that wouldn't matter a bit. Alright, I'm gonna get out and beat those wipers a little bit. Hang tight. Okay. Boy, it's nasty out there. Holy the Moses. There. That's better. Moses. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna pop it no true. Rev on it a few times there. And what that's going to do is, when you rev it on it, it circulates the fluid a little more, which helps get it warmed up. I can see the temp gauge coming up. You sit here and just kind of rev on it a little bit. But I can feel the heat. It's now producing more heat. Obviously, you're just burning up your fuel sitting here revving your engine up. Things you got to do when you don't have a perfect vehicle. All right. I think we're good now, though. Hit it. Here we go. So, when we drop down over this hill, we're in Orrington right now. Orrington, Maine, and it's just gorgeous. Such a beautiful area out here. Beautiful country. I guarantee if you watch the road, you'll see deer prints. It's not very often I come down. Yeah, right there. There's a bunch. I don't know if you can see it, but you always see them out here. Anyhow, about a mile or so ahead, Orrington ends the town line, and then we enter Bucksport. So it's kind of hit or miss if Bucksport's plowed or not. Now my house is only 4 miles from the Orrington town line, but it is the last 4 miles of Bucksport on the north side. So North Bucksport, and the plow doesn't always come out there this early in the morning. It is 6:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we will see. I tell you, we will see. If it hasn't, there's one gnarly hill. There's some corners. There's just one gnarly hill that just shoots up. It goes up, and then it turns left, and then it goes up more. So that you got a badass hill with a badass corner, and then another badass hill. All three, boom, 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 right in a row. And then, once I get up over that, there's one big hill to go down, and then I am halfway up another hill. Now I'm gonna have to try to get this thing on the side of the road and leave my 4-ways on while I get out and shovel the driveway so I can get in. As you can see by the snowbanks on each side, there's a decent amount of snow. And this thing is not going to get in the driveway. It's not even worth trying. I'm just going to get it stuck and have to shovel anyway. And then you got to try to shovel around it. It ain't worth it. So right here is your Bucksport town line, and it is plowed. Sweet. Doesn't mean it's going to be super easy to get up them hills, though, sadly, but it's definitely better than if it wasn't plowed. So that is a plus. Yeah, I've come home some mornings throughout the storm. I don't do overnights all the time anymore, thank God. I got a day shift there. But the night supervisor had some vacation time, so he was off the last 2 nights. Whoa. The wind just makes the road disappear and the snow blows off the trees there. But anyway, he was off the weekend. Got to enjoy some time with his family, which is good. So therefore, I got to go play with the team, which is also good. I love going in and covering the night shift. I got a really good group of people. They really do work hard. And this one thing I've learned is anyone that works an overnight shift in any kind of retail, warehouse, whatever, you know how repetitive it can be. You're just doing the same thing day in, day out. Yes, it changes some with the season. You're putting different freight on the shelves then. but it's still the same damn thing. It's just a different shaped box at that point, you know. And, so when I go in, I really try to have fun with these guys. You know, there's only so much. You only polish a turd so much, but it really does make a difference. And you know, and the key to success in any kind of role like that is just be nice to people. Okay, the key to success is to be nice. And I wish that all the other managers could just realize that. I know Saturday night the receiving was jacked. There was so much stuff left over from the couple nights prior. So when I went in Saturday night, I couldn't believe how much stuff was in there left over from the previous nights. But anyway, the team just wrecked it. I mean, the place looked awesome when we left in the morning. Well, talk about keeping your head up when you're leaving. It looked good. They busted their ass, and that's the thing. You just be nice to people. They'll turn it up a notch for you. You know, you don't even have to ask. It's not like I said, "Hey guys, let's clean house." No, it's just be nice to them, help them, work with them. You know, just because you're the supervisor or manager or whatever your title is doesn't make you any better than anybody else. You're all there to do a job. Help them do it. You know, lead by example. Is what I'm saying to you. Night shift or anything really, even a day shift, same idea. Lead by example. Want someone to work harder, you work harder. You know, you get in there, get your hands dirty and work harder. You'll see what your team will do. If they respect you and want to be there, they will turn it up a notch for you. I damn well assure you they will. And, yeah, it just makes you proud to be a part of it. When you get to walk out of there from, the receiving was buried, the aisle outside of receiving was buried. And when we left, receiving was clean, swept, beautiful, looked good, you know, and that's something to be proud of. For them, they did it, you know, I just helped. Anyway, enough rambling, I suppose. Nothing to it. For those of you that even made it close to this far in the video, I want to thank you. And also a word about you. What do you got going on if you're just watching this crap? I like to share this stuff, especially driving. It's cool to record this stuff because, 50 years from now, I can go back and look at my YouTube channel or whatever, my video recordings, whatever, and say, look at that, that was my ride home on that bad storm, whatever. This is what the area looked like. I try to take a lot of videos while driving, and you'll see me post a lot of them. And a lot of them are boring as hell, but especially if you're not from around here and have no interest in it. But for me, it's something really cool to look back on to see how much the area is going to change, And I'm sure it doesn't matter where you are in the country. Look at it, 50 years difference, And just think of how cool it would be to be able to watch videos of this same area when, our grandparents were driving it, or a horse and buggy in it, whatever, and being able to go back and see that. I just think it would be so cool, So now future generations are going to be able to do that, and I think that's phenomenal. That's the one thing I liked about Moses. Look at the snow I got a shovel. Look at how high that is. Holy the Moses. Boy, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, time to shovel. That's what you want to do. Sling freight all night and then have to go shovel. That's just a real good time. Shit. Well, I'm going to go get the door unlocked and get some heat going in there. And that way when I go in, I can go in and warm up. Anyhow, y'all have a good day. I'll try to take a couple little videos doing this driveway here. But again, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Drop a like, drop a comment, and let me know you made it through the video. If you have a YouTube channel of any kind, let me know. I'd be happy to check it out. Big, small, doesn't matter. I love to see what other people are doing in the world. I think it's kind of neat. But anyway, all the love, guys. Hey-o! Yeah, I just left her by the side of the road there. But yeah, this is what I get to shovel. Not really looking forward to it. Holy the Moses. Boots are gone. That is pretty damn deep up here. Holy shit. Yep, there is surely a lot of snow. It is deep. Deep, 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 I tell you. Holy shit. Yeah. Moses.